Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another anime review. I'm kind of disappointed that I actually watched this to the end. But oh well. Before I continue, a few things. If you have not done so by now, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button if you guys don't mind. And you'll be notified when I go live, when I upload videos, or when I do a premiere. Also, if you guys want to buy some awesome anime merch, go check out the link down there below. You guys can get awesome items for a very cheap price, manga, anime figures, and etc. Secondly, or thirdly, I guess you can say, there's quite a bit of reviews coming your way, as well as first impressions already posted. A few more to end the series. This beginning of the season. So make sure you watch all those videos as much as possible. Lastly, guys, I do appreciate you guys for being here tonight. Or this evening, really. I will be going live and announcing the giveaway winner, so make sure you guys keep up with that as well. Okay, so this one is, again, not one that I'm so proud of but the whole name is Hensuki. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? Or the other name, Kawika Kawikiraba Hentai Demo Zuki no Nate Kuremazuka? I butchered that so bad. But anyways, we basically follow the story of Keiki. We get basically a Cinderella vibe from the beginning, and that's basically what it is. The name is not too far away from what you expect from this story. You basically have a guy who three girls like him. Well, two girls really is in his high sight. Is two girls. Really, there's three. These two girls are pervs. I mean, one wants him to be a slave, and the other one wants him to be a master. So that should tell you there what the whole anime is about. The anime itself is filled with ecchi scenes and fan service. Not really whole character build up. We do get a lot of comedy between him and his best friend, and then how they just interact with each other and how they're trying to figure out who their Cinderella is. Essentially, what happens in the first episode is he gets a love letter that he's excited about, and all he's left with is a pair of underwear, of panties. So he doesn't know who they belong to. Eventually, he loses them, and then he goes in a rampage trying to figure out who took him back. So, anyways, the story itself follows him meeting these two. Well, these two girls are already in his life, but he eventually meet who they really are, and they kind of become close to each other because he's trying to figure out if it's one of them. Those two girls are the ones that make the most sense. And that's Sayuki, and the other girl is Yuika, I believe. And then there's another girl who is who's the other girl? Mao is the other girl. Mao is the one that ends up having a BL series on him, a boy's love between him and his best friend. So there's that whole comedy there where we think it's gonna be her. That they have like kind of like a date, and we're so excited to be like, oh wow, there's actually gonna be a love story. He actually gonna have a love interest, and then maybe these two other girls are just gonna be like side characters for now. But it ends up being that she is actually loves the whole fact that Keiki and his friend Shuma can be actually together in a relationship. In this whole story as well, there's another girl who shows up, Koharu, and Koharu ends up also kind of doing the same thing. We think that she kind of likes him, and then it ends up being that he likes his best friend, and she wants to date his best friend, and he kind of helps her out, and they do end up together, basically. They end up first being like really good friends that just happen to be together all the time, but at the end of the anime, they basically end up together. Now, we do find out who the Cinderella is. I do appreciate that. That's the only reason I bench watched this anime, because I promise you I did not watch this each week while it was airing. I would never do that, to be honest. And I watch a dub, because dub you can just kind of do other stuff, like fold clothes or wash dishes, and not have to really worry too much, especially if it's going to be a bunch of fan service that I don't really need, to be honest. So I watched the dub in Funimation, and yeah, they do give us a Cinderella, and it ends up. I will say, if you don't want to know who the Cinderella is by this point, leave the video. I'll give you 5 more seconds to leave the video and. Save your ears from knowing. Okay, so Cinderella ends up being his little sister. Yes, it ends up being kind of an incest thing. Now, I will correct that a little bit. The entire last episode is him figuring it out how this can work out, and it is basically she's been adopted. She was adopted when they were very little, and he completely forgot about that, and so it's okay, quote unquote. It's okay. Now I will say I know families, and I've interacted very closely to families that have kids who are adopted and who are, kids of the parents. And I myself have my own kids and eventually want to adopt as well. And by no means I want them to, or even imagine that they're going to fall in love with each other. I do understand that she fell in love with him because he protected her, and when she needed help, he was always there for her, and she never saw him like a brother, but always like a lover. I understand what the anime was trying to do, but at the same time, reality, when it hits me, it's like, no. If you're raised like siblings, it's kind of hard to kind of jump that mile to just, go, okay, let's forget about all these years of us looking like each other like siblings and then just be lovers. I would not want to do or see that with the kids that I've seen raised together, and then they end together. It's kind of weird. Or same thing, my kids. That would just be weird too. So yeah, not my cup of tea. The anime itself is mediocre. They do a good job with the fan service. The anime itself, that's its own purpose, which is why I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 as a rating. I don't think it deserves higher because it's not that good, to be honest. It doesn't really end with him picking a girl either. I think my anime list has it at 6.8, which is kind of close to what I gave it. The anime itself is just mediocre. You can watch it if you want fan service. It's just one of those animes that is going to please your fan service eyes if you want, but not really do much other things. So, oh well. Thank you guys for watching this video. Again, if you want to know who won the giveaway, I will be live tonight or this evening, depending where you live, or maybe this morning, depending where you live, actually, in the world. So make sure you tune in to that live video, and I will announce the winners. And yeah, prepare you guys for the next announcement, which will be on Wednesday. Big stuff coming to this channel. Again, guys, if you want to buy some cheap merch, there is a link down there below. Make sure you're using it. They are the ones that provided a lot of gifts for you guys, for me to give to you guys. So make sure you support them as well, because it's very nice of them, for them to just provide free items for all of you guys, and without us even giving them anything. So I really do appreciate them as a company, and make sure you give a like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.